Hey there, it's Stephanie Shea, Chief Astrologer for janspiller.com with your monthly horoscope. And this one's for you, Gemini. As we come into November, the sun will be shining in Scorpio all the way through the 20th. This really lends support for activities that involve working closely with others, analyzing information, as well as problem solving. Now we've got both Mars and Mercury retrograde as the month begins. This is going to encourage you to take it slow, avoid making big commitments during the first part of the month. By mid-month, both of these planets will be direct, and that's going to help to facilitate some new beginnings towards the second half of November. You'll really gain a lot of clarity at month's end because we have a special lunar eclipse in Gemini in your sun sign. I think that will bring a lot of good information to light for you. You can finally have that aha moment if things have been a bit murky these past few months, as they have been for many of us. Now we've got Mercury, your ruling planet, stationing direct at 25 degrees of Libra on November 3rd. So here's something else that will really help you out as far as thinking clearly. When your ruling planet of Mercury is retrograde, Geminis are known for being quick thinking, right? That's one of the Gemini traits. You might have felt like you couldn't think clearly, that information was jumbled, confusing, overloaded. Information overload is a big symptom that a lot of Geminis experience during Mercury retrograde cycles. So I think you'll feel some relief after November 3rd when Mercury stations direct, and you will be able to be tuned into Mercury's energy in a more productive way if you've been feeling scattered. October 13th was the day that Mercury first stationed retrograde. So this has been going on for a few weeks now. Now, as November progresses, this effect will lighten. As I said, it'll be better time to finalize some of these decisions that have been on your mind. But we are in the shadow phase of Mercury retrograde through November 20th. So just proceed with caution. Make some tentative decisions and plan to solidify things after the lunar eclipse in your sun sign at the end of the month. That's when you'll see the whole picture, I think. Now, November 13th, Mars will station direct at 15 degrees Aries. And this will also feel, I think, a bit of a relief. This ends a cycle that began back on September 9th. And Mars will be in a favorable sextile to Gemini Sun people. You're apt to get a boost of encouragement from a friend around this time. Mars is going to be in Aries through January 6th. So the coming months are really going to be a good time while Mars is moving forward in Aries. A good time to make some new connections and initiate group efforts. We've got the November 15th, the new moon, and that's East Coast time. I believe for West Coast people, it'll be late night on November 14th. But right in there, 23 degrees of Scorpio. And that is going to be great new moon for setting intentions related to work, health, daily habits, time management. Who doesn't need intentions in all of those areas? Geminis are usually pretty organized, but I think that of all the intentions, I think of these themes with our schedule, time management, and healthy habits as one of the probably most common themes of intentions that people set across the board of all sun signs. And intimate relationships, as well as staying focused, will also be supported for Gemini people at this new moon. If you're not a member of janspiller.com, please go check out our membership options. We have some low cost monthly memberships where you can gain access to the best times to set your new moon intentions, and it really does make a difference, as well as lots of articles that I prepare about upcoming astrology so you can have a heads up. We've got the sun ingressing into Sagittarius on the 21st, and this will oppose your sun and illuminate your closest relationships. You might be feeling a bit more social towards the end of the month, and the timing will be favorable for meeting new people. So if you're planning your month, you know that the first half is a little bit more introverted, tying things up, inward thinking. You can think more extroverted, exterior, work, connections, fun, that kind of thing towards the end of the month. November 30th, full moon is going to be combined with this lunar eclipse in your sun sign, 8 degrees of Gemini. This is exactly conjunct for anyone's sun who is born around May 29th of any year, or if you're a Gemini rising person with around 8 degrees Gemini rising, this is an important eclipse for you, for self-realization. You'll really be feeling this full moon eclipse. Ultimately, there's positive results that come from this eclipse, but on the day of the event, you could be feeling overwhelmed emotionally. Direct your attention towards reviewing the facts and focusing on the information that's most helpful to you. I think a really good use of full moon eclipses is seeing everything that's in front of you so that anything that's been hidden can finally be addressed and you can make a strategy. It's actually very productive. And you may have to tune out extraneous information that's simply distracting and not relevant to what you need to be doing. So it's a really good time to prioritize and focus in on what you want to do, what you see as potentially a problem, and the way you could solve it. So I hope that you can make the most of this month's astrology. Please be safe and be well, and I look forward to seeing you here next month with your horoscope.